on to you Capricorns. You have the Four of Cups, the Justice, and then you Capricorns have the Lovers right here. So whenever it is that I get the Four of Cups, I usually think about a person who wants to be very hard-headed with the way that they're choosing to actually go about things. This is a person that very much so it can make things can go quite smoothly if they had more of an open mind. But they want to be bougie. They want to have this mentality where, they want what they want, and they want to have this and they want to have that. And they didn't take you Capricorns as seriously as they should have. But this speaks to how you Capricorns are handling business, the way that you are approaching people, the way that you're handling business, the way that you're doing everything is, if a person wants to be hard-headed to you, you don't have to associate yourself with them. And it is true, you don't have to associate yourself with them. You really don't. The Justice and the Lovers right here represents because, for you really are doing it by yourself. A lot of you Capricorns are doing the things that you need to do to become an adult. You are growing up and you're learning to actually take better care of yourselves. And the things that all you need right now and want is someone to be in a relationship with. So a person has to essentially play their cards right, step to you correctly. And the thing is, as well as you step to them correctly. And the thing is that them playing like they have other options, playing the game that way, like playing it that way is going to leave a person very single. Because the whole point, yeah, you may have options, but the whole point is to take everybody seriously as you get to know them. And for the people that turn out not to be quite really good options, you leave them alone, right? But you are essentially supposed to take everybody seriously because you want to make sure that everybody that you're getting to know isn't a potential diamond in the rough that you're just overlooking, right? So when someone does that, when a person does that, they ruin their own value when they do that. And the Eight of Wands and the Page of Cups, right? Now, the 8 card represents a renewal, doing something differently compared to how you used to. This 8 of Wands, this Page of Swords, a person coming to you with this last straw mentality, right? This is the last straw. This is the last straw. This is the last straw. You done did everything right. They're giving you this is the last straw kind of mentality. And what that means is that this is the last thing that they're going to take. They're not going to put up with this anymore. You Capricorns are seeing where this is going, and you'll be like, you know what, you cool. Respectfully, you'll bow out of that because you Capricorns are in a position where nobody can tell you what you can bargain. You know your bargaining power. You know what you're bringing to the table. So, and it's not just your body, and it's not just money. A lot of times people talk about those things immediately. We need to start pushing the obvious stuff out of the way. And we need to start addressing some of the things in the other person that you're looking for. Personally, I think that money should be important to both sides, or whatever it is that you're into. If you're into the same side, money should be important regardless of whoever you're into. Because when the uber rich, like the Rockefeller family and the Rothschilds, right, when they marry, do you think that they marrying and the person who they marrying don't have finances? Of course they do. And even if they don't have finances, if the Rockefeller or the Rothschild, right, the uber rich, tell these people to swing this way, and they even flinch and think about swinging the other way, you're done. Oh, but we've been married for 4 years. Yeah, you didn't understand what I just said. Let me go ahead and repeat myself. We're done. I don't care. What, why? Because they understand what type of time it is. They understand there's no way a person is going to be in my life and they're bringing so much to the table. And here this person is bringing less than I do, a lot less than I do. So much to the point where you really got to pick up the slack where this person has. And you out here picking up the slack and the person's giving you a problem on top of that, all of that. Nah. Being overly tolerant and patient is for people who are dumb. Being overly tolerant and too patient is for people who don't have options, or maybe they do, but at the same time, they don't understand themselves and they don't really value themselves to the point where they should. And the reason why it is that I'm saying that is because that's where you Capricorns are. You're not putting up with this stuff because you're asking for a person to be an adult. You know, you're not even asking for anything outrageous, like, you know. And yeah, would you like riches? Yeah. But you want someone to be equally yoked, right? You want someone to be a well-rounded adult that you can date, that you can get to know, that you could potentially be in a relationship with and marry and all this other type of stuff. And I don't know why I put quotations about that, but you know what I mean. Be in a relationship with them. And the thing about it is that, the thing about that is that, you know, someone coming in from this perspective of having the last straw mentality, the nerve, you know, you'll just kick them to the curb. The Two of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles is because you understand that if they can't take care of themselves, then it means that you have to take them on like they are a dependent. And that's not something that you Capricorns want to do. The King of Swords, the Ten of the King of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, you're thinking a lot more wise. A lot of you Capricorns are being very strategic about the decisions that you're making and how it is that you're choosing to actually live your life. And because of that fact, a lot of you Capricorns are picking partners from a realistic point of view. Like, since money seems to be so important, yes, both sides need to have money. And not just have it just for the sake of one side is collecting it, while namely you Capricorns do everything. No, the person better be coming out of pocket and breaking some bread off too. Because if they not up, it's a dub. And it should be that way. If I'm being honest with you, it should be that way. You know, unless a person is being transparent with you, look, this is what it is. You know, I don't personally like to come out and spend too much money the first time I get to know somebody because I got a lot of other things going on, yo. I got to help my dog. I'm saving up to go overseas. I'm learning how to stock trade, right? Getting that in. Got a lot of projects going on. I'm about to get another painting, so I'm not going to stop what it is that I've got going on, literally, because my money is tied up, just for somebody else. But the thing about me is that I'm going to be clear about that. Like, look, this is what I got going on. Not even going to hide it. This is what I got going on. I'm not going to tell you everything in detail, but I want you to know that I'm not going to spend money because my money tied up. So we're going to have to spend something very low cost or free to do, or you will pay for everything. You don't want to pay for it? Perfectly understandable. Let's do something free. You still have a problem with it? Okay, we ain't got a date. We ain't got to go out. We ain't got to do all this because, again, I'm not going to stop what I got going on for anybody because I spent so much time hanging out with friends, trying to get to know people, stuff like this. And, you know, if I had a wifey or a wife when I was younger and stuff like this, a good person to be around, I would have still been with her still to this day. Just me and that woman. But, you know, A lot of people these days like to play games. So that's not the case. So my life has to move forward regardless of the who or the what, right? I'm not just going to sit there and wait until I'm in my 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Now somebody wants to come back around because they're head hard or hard head, right? Hard headed. And then, now they want to do things when I'm in my 50s, 60s, and 70s. It's not going to happen. And a lot of you Capricorns are thinking the same way. Don't ever let anybody shame you Capricorns into thinking that what it is that you wanting a 50-50 relationship or you wanting reciprocation is a bad thing. Because it's not. You're being wise with how you handle your business. Because truth be told, the way that the vast majority of people date, they're going to get taken advantage of. They are being taken advantage of. Love is symmetrical. I don't care what anybody of these dating coaches say. Love is symmetrical. If one side is giving everything, if you Capricorns are going to do everything for another person, and the person is going to bring nothing or very little to you, nowhere near even what is respectful, nowhere near even... What kind of relationship do you call that? Call that a parasitic one, don't you? So the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups represents how, your standards, some of y'all in the comment sections will say the standards are rising. And I tell y'all, the standards can't rise. You just have to make valuable standards. You ain't got to raise your standards. As long as the standards ain't like you just deliberately going out and dealing with dysfunctional people. It's not about the standards becoming more and more, because my standards haven't changed in over 10 plus years. Because I know I'm fixed on my standards. I'm fixed on what I'm looking for, because I know what I'm looking for. My standards don't have to raise and fall, because I done hung out with individuals where I'm like, okay, I'll go low, real low. Low. Okay, I'm not gonna get in with the pretty one. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll deal with someone that's not so pretty. But there truly, and I mean this, there is more to a person's value than only their looks. Okay, what else can what can I get? Where's my range? What is a good place? Because the pretty ones, they all entitled, right? And then even the not so pretty ones giving you a hard time. And you're like, this is a lot of dysfunction for someone that, in general, pretty, not pretty, in the middle, this is a lot of dysfunction for no reason. There's a lot of extra problems for no reason. And that's what's going on with you Capricorns. There's a sense of you Capricorns understanding that you understand the game a lot better. That, reciprocation is what you're looking for. Reciprocation and growth, right? You're not trying to be stagnant in a relationship. You don't want that person to be stagnant in the relationship. And at the same time, you Capricorns want reciprocation. You want the person to show you that they care about you. Just like you are obligated to show them that you care about them. Especially if you're going to call yourself a relationship, you kind of have to show the person, right? So I'm saying all this to say the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups, you're not playing into, because see, the Lovers, right? The way that a lot of people play it these days, the Lovers, especially in today's world, the way that it manifests itself, it's on some Wheel of Fortune type stuff. It's a hamster wheel. It's a broken system. You got on one hand, right, individuals who want to pay for it. They have this old, tired, traditional. No matter how many times have I said that traditional crap don't work, and it shows that it doesn't work. Because how come it doesn't work now? going out, right? Walking up to the person saying what's up. Then you got to pay for the dates and all of that. That's a good way to get used. Then on the other hand, the other side, they keep betraying people, but then they want people who to come up to them and put on all this work. And it's like, but you're disloyal though. It's like you gotta knock it off with the disloyalty, and then you have bargaining chips, you have bargaining power. You're too disloyal to be making demands. And then not only that too, but you're an adult. Why can't you do something for yourself? In the good book, it says the divine helps those that help themselves. What are you doing? Why aren't you doing anything? You just sitting down and what exactly are you really doing? And a lot of you see that a lot of you Capricorns see how lame it is. And that's why there's a lot of Capricorns are on your new understanding, because you understand, oh, you see the holes in the ship. You see that the holes is being patched up by big band-aids. They're not actually fixing the holes in the ship, and you're right. So the Wheel of Fortune represents you're creating your own rules that make sense for you without it being unfair. And you're right. That's what you Capricorn should be doing. Wink, wink. Hint, hint. So let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Fool, Ace of Wands, Seven of Swords. That's my point. King of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles, the guilting and the cajoling, the shaming and all of that other people are going to give to you. They're going to give you shaming. But you Capricorns have to be prepared for it when you date, because they're already starting to do it. But I'm saying all this to prepare you so that when this stuff happens, you Capricorns are ahead of the game as to what's going on. You dating out here with a brand new perspective, because you understand the game for what it is. It's about usury. You wanting something back, you wanting reciprocity. People going to shame you. They're going to tell you, they're going to try to get you to think that you wanting something for all the hard work and the effort and the money and the attention and everything that you do is bad. Don't allow them to convince you that it's a bad thing. The Fool and the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Swords, because they don't want to do it for themselves. They don't even want to do it for themselves. They're too lazy to actually get up and do it. They don't want to do it. They don't want to give up on anything. They want over comfort. So you Capricorns out here ain't playing. Y'all actually out here looking for decent people. If they not that, you sniffing them out like a you know what I'm saying? But that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Good stuff, Capricorn. Peace.